I wish I was bruiseless. Almost everyone that I love has been abused, and I am included. I feel so much guilt that I can guard my people from harm.
Hello everyone, this is Click to Relax, and I wanted to do something a little bit different for this video. I am a really big fan of Arlo Parks, and I also love poetry. So, I really wanted to do a poetry reading for you. Very soft spoken, very slow, very considerate, and mindful. So, as you can see, this is Arlo Parks' The Magic Border. Now, if you aren't familiar with Arlo Parks, she's a British songwriter, musician. Her style is very kind of indie and kind of soft and flowery. And yeah, it's really great. And this poetry collection is her first poetry collection. It contains poetry and fragments from My Soft Machine, which is her second album, released last year, I believe. So, I wanted to read some extracts from this book to you. As you can see, it's a signed copy, and I think it was maybe this was more than a year ago actually. So I believe my friend and I were in Wardstones one day, and I saw this, and I said, "Oh wow, it's a signed copy as well." And she said, "Okay, well, how about I buy this for you as an early birthday present, and then give it to you on your birthday," which is what she did. So, yeah, this is a really sweet birthday present, and I've had it for a few years now. I've read through it once, but I'd like to read through it again with you. So, let's have a look. On the front is a photo of Arlo Parks in dappled sunlight, dappled sunlight, dappled sunlight. Shall we trace? Shall we trace? Let's trace. Let's trace. Let's trace. Let's trace. Let's trace. And the spine has the title on as well. And on the back we have some quotes from, Florence Welsh and Katie Gavin from Moona. Wow, I haven't actually looked at these quotes. And Lucy, is it Lucy Dacus or Dacus? I think it's Dacus, but if I'm wrong, I apologise. So, let's open it up and take a look at the magic border. The magic border, the magic border, the magic border. It kind of reminds me of the Magic Roundabout, which, I didn't really watch as a child, but I have a vague memory of it. I think it was a thing from the 70s. So let's open up the magic border. And as you can see, It is signed by Arlo herself. It's a signed first edition. We love that. Let's slowly read out the text on the side here. Poetry was my place, the little clearing in the forest where I could quietly put everything I was holding. I'm not sure what gave me the courage to open up that space to you, but here I am, doing it. I am proud to show you this personal lens that life shimmers through. This book is no longer mine, it is yours. The Magic Border is the debut book from Mercury Prize-winning musician and poet Arlo Parks, combining never-before-seen poetry, song lyrics, and beautiful, intimate images from collaborator, photographer Daniel Loudon. Featuring 20 original poems alongside an exclusive artist statement and the complete lyrics from her sophomore album, My Soft Machine. This vital collection explores the queer experience, blackness, grief, trauma, and love through the eyes of this remarkable young musician. The Magic Border allows readers rare insight into her creative process and beautifully showcases the full breadth of Arlo's singular artistry. And I really do agree that artist Arlo is definitely a voice for the current generation. So, let's open the book. Let's find our way through the Magic Border. For my little brother Axel, and for those who have given me love to soak in. Here is the contents page. We have a collection here, and as you can see, some of them do link to the songs in the album. Let's have a look through. This is Arlo's statement. Writing poetry, to me, is about profound interiority. It is about wading into the salt water of your own body, capillaries bursting, eyes brimming, unmoored. It is about operating at the boundary of risk and comfort, deliciously afraid of finding or sharing too much. And as a poet myself, I strongly resonate with that. This collection is the fruit of that inner probing. It is a tangled mess of everything that has made me angry, or giddy, or low, or impossibly happy to be alive. Mine is the language of extremes. Whilst this collection was coalescing, I sat with my friend Laetitia, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, in her red Subaru van on a stormy Wednesday in Southern California, holding brown paper bags full of burrata and anchovies and some eucalyptus to string up in the shower. We were speaking about community building, and I realised how much writing helps me feel visible, both to others and to myself. When I write, I feel like I am practicing how to soften difficult things and then externalizing them. It's like I am uncovering who I am at a cellular level, growing closer to the people around me through that intimate, personal adventure. Poetry in particular has this chaotic magic to it, and I've always loved its layers ears and its sense of flow. Writing poetry and writing songs is different. With poetry, I find myself examining and reimagining reality. I fixate on pushing at the metal shell of what is really there, and there is an element of irrationality and fantasy. I write songs to contain and therefore process the world. I write poetry to explore its potential. Okay, let's begin. Oh, it keeps going. I think I'll just leave this open and you can read it for a second, because I do want to read some of the poetry itself. Okay. This piece is called Happy Queer Film for Alohan. It has been 24 years and we have finally found heaven. Magnesium powder for the golden rods, foraged blackberries and pine marmalade, your eyes splintering against moss. We make out like teenagers in the rainstorm, come in wet, dark and glowing. I pull my sweater over my head, get my records out. You are designing wings, it's your fourth set of sketches. We do not speak to your grandmother anymore, but she has been forgiven. We have many friends. We pickle vegetables for each other, show love with a simple consistency. The films we have watched always made us feel like we couldn't have this. A joyful ending, an ending where nobody's dead, and despite everything, here we are, pressing asters into a book for our kid. Okay, how sweet. And I really relate to that dream of being in a cottage far away from everywhere and growing vegetables and making chutneys. So I get that, I really do. Okay. This is bruiseless. Let me start that again. This is Bruiseless, which is the first song on My Soft Machine. I wish I was bruiseless. Almost everyone that I love has been abused, and I am included. I feel so much guilt that I couldn't. I feel so much guilt that I could not guard more people from harm. We listen to Luma, lumps in my head I struggle to smooth. The person I love is patient with me. She's feeding me cheese and I'm happy like a peony, rippled by the chain of a dirt bike. I just wish I was 7 and blameless, going over the handlebars, pollen sniffling over grazes. I just wish that my eyes were still wide. It really touches on that feeling of wanting to go back to a time of innocence, and potentially, still feeling or catching moments of that as you enter adult life. You forget that innocence sometimes, and it's very precious. This piece is called Plant It Deeper. I trust you with my gunk. Polyethylene, sulfuring the reeds, vomit on grey cotton. Tonight I am pickled in it, rewatching Jennifer's body, picking at a scab on my leg. When I feel like acne seeping yellow from a jaw, you cram the air and salt back into me, peeling oranges when I'm sick, smoothing the top sheet and talking in feathers. Feather. I realise that line is actually, you cram the air and salt back into me. So salt isn't like a verb there, it is, salt itself. Sometimes wordplay is fun, Salting could be a verb, and what it means could be up to interpretation. Okay. And again, I think these photos really reflect on the softness of it, Trusting someone with vulnerability. And this line, I think, really really touches on that. When I feel, when you feel disgusting or, almost like you don't deserve someone to see that side of you. Sometimes they just remind you like it's no big deal, that they don't care, or it just is what it is. Which is always a beautiful privilege. This piece is called Big Bear, after Duval's song. Take your thing. Dragging boulders through stream, hoping to feel irreplaceable, to you at least. You suck my tongue and that shocks me, a seizure in sleep. Golden teachers, lemon plasma, everything I write is for you in a way, a divine mutation. Dusk eats the room. I am suddenly bashful. You pull me inside you. We drink at the edge. We drink at the edge. I'm gonna redo that. I didn't say that right. Dusk eats the room. I am suddenly bashful. You pull me inside you. We drink at the edge. And I really love that imagery of dusk eating the room and drinking at the edge of someone just before you learn how to drink them entirely. And when you get to know someone, you take small sips of each other cautiously. It's that process, that time of uncertainty. And it's after that sip that you may realize that you want to drink more of them. So, this is Pegasus, which is song 7 on the album with Phoebe Bridgers. So we're going to read this out. Falling asleep, holding your puppy in your Russian blue sheets. Never felt luckier than I do right now. Tell me you love me, let me have it. Blood on your fleas, gripping the curb and getting sick in the streets. Never felt luckier than I do distress. Loose cherries, hot breath, I'm overwhelmed. I spun round and screamed, I feel elated when you hold me. Then you got shy and beamed. I think it's special that you told me. I think you're special because you told me. Got the red eye just to be near 'cause my head eats me alive. You're making sure I'm eating. I call my mother just to tell her that I'm happy. I'll tell you the truth. Being with somebody always made me feel used. Then it would make me angry, 'cause I need love like a body needs sugar. I need love. But blue jewels around your neck, you cool my distress. Loose cherries, hot breath, I'm overwhelmed. I spun round and screamed, I feel elated when you hold me. Then you got shy and beamed. I think it's special that you told me. I think it's special 'cause you told me. And if you have listened to the songs from the album, it may feel really weird hearing it just spoken aloud. It feels weird speaking it aloud without the rhythm of the song. But I kind of just wanted to do that spoken word, just kind of how it felt right to say, if that makes sense. So let's continue. I think I'll do a few more. We have another photo here for Daniel, who is, I believe, the photographer. For Daniel, I octopus myself for the sake of preserving magic. Purplish, a kernel, cut star, the child in me limps. Those little distortions within, each sternum scarred, windows and hearts open. Duval sprawls through felt, Somerset's dreams are eyes, the kindling girls. Maybe if I'd known you when we were kids, I could have helped you figure it out. Last night I dreamt that you never left. Spice chai and milk, nimbus clouds. You felt beautiful and they believed you. I miss you, big heart. I really love that line, just the imagery. Spice chai and milk, nimbus clouds, because that really is how, that is how the clouds kind of look at sunset, but just the, I guess the blending of nature and taste is really beautiful. Softness. And this is song 9, which is Puppy. Summer spread its wings, grilling meat and burning out. Grady lost his mother, and now he's sleeping on my couch. And I've never felt lost like that, and I pray I don't have to. Seeing him staring way out, puppy dog trapped in a smoke grey Honda. I know some things don't get easier. I know some things hurt forever, hurt forever, hurt forever, hurt forever, hurt forever. August was a day's hell and heaven all at once, spelling out the duplex, lacerated by first love, and we're wishing we could take it back, and we're learning discomfort, and we know that when you make plans, it doesn't go like that. I know some things don't get easier. I know some things are forever. Forever, 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 forever. Shadowboxing the fear of death. Wim Wenders movies and awkward sex. Big mulberry stain on the tennis dress. I'm a star. I don't care what your roommate says. Wondering if the world might make sense. Well, we've got 3 kids in our 30s and we're all scared kids, and it doesn't make sense. We're all scared kids. I know some things don't get easier. I know some things are forever. Forever, 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 forever. I really love some of these lines too. I really like spilling out the duplex, lacerated by first love. You know, that kind of love that's innocent but passionate, but can leave some deep scars and wounds. And sometimes the places or objects you associate with that. And it's how that you, I guess, recreate those memories for yourself. Just because, you experience that with someone else doesn't mean that you can't experience it again, but for yourself. I think that's very important. You have to do things for yourself. So, I'll see what the next one is. I may make it the last. I'll see. This is a short one. So I think I will finish on process. And look at these images. Amygdala. Here I am again. Not crying, but really wanting to. You have ruined me. Absolutely. I have limits. I have limits. I have limits. We all have boundaries, don't we? And finally, we'll finish on process. With this blurred image here. Someone on a cliff face. To talk about process is to talk about fragments, beacon trees, and when it doesn't work it feels like someone is smashing your tailbone with a hammer. To talk about process is to talk about parachuting MDMA, grasping into a perfect face, and plunging into the red warp of Osmanov. To talk about process is to talk about control as illusion. To talk about process is to talk about wanting to be closer than skin and more permanent than fucking allows for. To talk about process is to talk about cassava and okra, my courage contracting as we break night. To talk about process is to talk about the divine, punishing yourself. Let's do that again. says is to talk about necessity, because not doing this is unbearable, because doing